What if a boy born into total poverty became the living shield for an entire city? Most people see a priest, a teacher, or a bishop, but God saw a hero with a heart of fire. Today, we're meeting Saint Anthony Mary Gianelli. He didn't have money, but he had a secret code that changed everything. He loved the Eucharist, he was a son of the Virgin Mary, and he spent every second of his life on a rescue mission for souls. Stick around until the end, because I'm going to tell you about the miracle of the swallows, a moment when nature itself stopped to give a terrified town a sign of hope. Welcome to Faith Superhero Stories. If you're ready to become braver and closer to God, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and let's dive in. The secret code of the poor. Anthony was born in 1789 in a tiny Italian village. His house was small and his pockets were empty, but his soul was rich. His parents taught him a secret code that would define his life. The poor also have mouths. Think about that. It means we can't just say we care. We have to act. When someone is hungry, sad, or lonely, we can't pretend they aren't there. Even if you only have a crumb of bread, a smile, or a prayer, you have something to give. Anthony was brilliant, but he couldn't afford school. Just when it seemed his mission was over before it started, someone saw the superhero hidden inside him and helped him enter the seminary. God always places bridge people in our lives to help us reach our destiny. Anthony said yes to God, not to be famous, but to be a servant.
Faith in action. Once Anthony became a priest, he became a powerhouse. He could preach so well that people's hearts melted, but he didn't use his gifts to show off. In a city called Chiavari, he noticed something wrong. Young girls living in poverty had no schools and no hope. Anthony didn't just say, "That's too bad." He launched a mission. He founded the Daughters of Mary Most Holy of the Garden. These sisters became a specialized team of teachers and nurses. Real faith isn't a feeling, it's a verb. If you see someone alone at school, go sit with them. If someone is sad, comfort them. Don't wait for a hero, be the hero. The source of the power. Where did Anthony get the energy to do all this? He had a power source that never ran out, the Eucharist. He used to say, "Here is everything, and faith discovers everything." To the world, it looks like bread, but to Anthony's eyes of faith, it was Jesus, alive, close, and ready to give him superhuman strength. He knew that once you receive Jesus, you can't keep that love locked up. You have to carry it into your school, your home, and your friendships. He also had a secret weapon, the Virgin Mary. He told everyone, Mary wants us close to her. Think of her as your spiritual coach, always pointing you back to the win, which is Jesus. God always places bridge people in our lives to help us reach our destiny. Anthony said yes to God, not to be famous, but to be a servant.
The miracle of the swallows. Here is the story I promised you. A deadly disease called cholera hit the town. People were terrified. Anthony didn't run away. He stood his ground like a true shepherd. He led a massive procession with a crucifix, praying for the city. Suddenly, as he was preaching, the sky changed. Hundreds of little swallows began to circle and dive around the crucifix. It was a visual whisper from God, saying, "Do not be afraid. I am with you." Later, as a bishop, he said, "I'm willing to die for you." And he meant it. He lived simply and worked until his very last breath, saying, "What matters is that I do God's will." Saint Anthony Mary Gianelli started as a poor boy and ended as a legend. His life leaves us with 3 challenges. Share what you have, even if it's just a smile. Charge your battery with the Eucharist. Trust the miracle, even when you're scared. So, here's my question for you.
How can you use your unique gifts to help someone today? Let us know in the comments. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to Faith Superhero Stories and check out our books on Amazon. Saint Anthony Mary Gianelli, pray for us. See you in the next adventure.